And we're back, guys. This is the second video where we're going to be opening another 80 packs of cards, and this time it's going to go a bunch quicker. If you haven't seen the first video and you kind of like the idea of having a bit of discussion about cards and their usefulness, I suggest you watch the first one I've posted. This one's going to go a bit quicker because if we've seen the cards before, I'm not going to really discuss them. If they're new from what we saw in the previous video, then I'm going to, chat about them a bit. So let's carry on and open 80 packs of cards. Alright guys, welcome back, and yes, that's Hearthstone in the background that you can hear, and we are now going to go for the next 80 packs of cards. So, without further ado, let's just hop right into it, shall we? Okay then, so we now want to go and get more packs of cards. And let's start with our 50 and a whole bunch of packs. And we are buying those. Thank you very much, Blizzard. And then the next 30. So now, after these two videos, will be a total of 160 packs of cards. And I'm leaving the other 4,000 so that I can play a bunch of Arena. Now that's a lot of Arena, so I might not use all of that. But I like to leave myself the leeway. I might just buy some more packs later. I don't know. But Arenas, I haven't really played a lot of Arena. I only played about 3 or 4. Because I tended to focus on building constructed decks and seeing how well they did or not did or whatever. But this time I think I'm going to be doing a lot more Arena, so that gold will come in handy. Right, so let's get to the act of opening these lovely little packs. Alrighty, big 8-0. Let's see what we can get. And then, yeah, I did that with the spacebar, so that's a new feature as well. If you haven't heard, you just hit the spacebar now, and we've got an epic and a rare, and you can just hit the spacebar now to open up a pack. So I'm just going to open all of those. Young Dragonhawk we saw in the previous video, not a very good card. Scavenging Hyena, kind of difficult to use properly and situational. Sorcerer Apprentice and Misdirection. Then our epic is the Sea Giant. I haven't got one of those, and that is, actually I have got one of those, I lie. Very nice card for one less for each other minion on the battlefield. Very nice card. Next one. Okay. What has Blizzard given us? Just a bog standard usual pack. If you don't, I don't know if I mentioned in the previous video, but basically with these packs of cards, Blizzard guarantees that you get at least one rare or better. So this is just a bog standard regular pack of cards. So Starfall, my first one, very nice card actually for the Druid. It's a nice board clear. Either you can pick one minion off, that's kind of highish health, or do 2 damage to all of them. So you can pick one off or pick a bunch off. Youthful Brewmaster, Fairy Dragon, Slam, and Circle of Healing we saw before. So moving on. And what have we got? What have we got? A rare, and again it's the box standard collection. Blizzard, it better be nicer this time around with the legendaries. We've seen all these before. Upgrade, not too bad. Good one to include in a warrior deck if you're going to be using weapons. Noble Sacrifice, again the 2-1 Defender, the Thrall of Farseer, the Deadly Shot, and the Silvermoon Guardian we've seen before. Yes. Come on. Ah. And another Golden Bloodsoul Raider. So I can probably disenchant all my other normal Bloodsoul Raiders now. That's quite nice. I like these animated cards. Equality, meh. No, I'm confusing that with the Secret. Equality, that's actually a very nice card if you don't have much of your own stuff on the board, because it does it to all minions. So Lightning Bolt, quite nice. That, the Overload, needs to be just watched, and it's got 2 of those. Lovely. How useful. I'm being facetious. Anyway, come on, give us, damn you. Let's carry on. Silverhand Knight we saw before, the Ancestral Spirit, the Druid of the Claw, and another Silverhand Knight. Lovely. And a Slam. Okay, moving on. pack. Let's go through these. Oh, an epic at least, so that's an improvement over just a rare. The Conceal has been nerfed to 1. The Cult Master, again, a difficult card to use because you don't want your minions to die. The Amani Berserker, great for warriors and rogues, I guess. The Wrath, very nice choice card there. And our epic is the Big Game Hunter, my first one. Now, this is a pretty nice card. If you've got a really big thing, like the Core Hound, for example, and you have a Big Game Hunter, it's dead. Which is kind of nice. Just 3 mana cost and it's dead. And I think they buffed that. It used to be 4, I believe. There have been a lot of the card changes, lots of balance improvements that Blizzard have made, so that's actually quite nice. The Tauren Warrior, seeing the Templing Force, that Ravenhold Assassin, really like that card, really do like that. 7 guaranteed damage. The Shadow Step and the Slam. Gee. Arathi Weaponsmith, yeah. It's okay. 3/3 for 4 makes it barely adequate. That makes it okay, I guess. The Slam we saw, the Soul of the Forest, the Divine Favor, and the Silence. These are all nice cards, actually. All of these. And we now have a rare and 2 rares. Okay. So we've got the Dust Devil with the overload of 2, which makes it a bit dangerous. The Betrayal, which is a nice way to get rid of some minions. Naturalize, the Upgrade, and the Frothing Berserker. Now this one we haven't seen before. Frothing Berserker is insane. So it's whenever any minion takes damage, it gains 1 attack. So with a warrior deck, where it's kind of expected that stuff takes damage, this thing can get out of hand pretty damn quickly. You pop it in a Rage, for example. You do it on a Wind Fury creature as well. He'll keep getting buffed and buffed and buffed, and you keep buffing the other ones, and yeah, this one is pretty insane to play with. And we got a rare, and that's about it. Shadow Flame, we've seen this before, very nice board clear. Argent Protector, the taunt, one of the best taunts in the game. Even the lower cost taunts, it's, well, even amongst the high cost taunts, it's one of the best taunts in the game. Cone of Cold, very handy, that actually, to freeze minions next to it and deal 1 damage. So you can either use this to kill off a lot of 1 health minions, or just prevent them from doing anything in the next turn, which is always useful. And the Inner Fire, now this is when you want to play the buff a minion's health astronomically as a priest, and then make that health equal to its attack. Kind of like the Crazed Alchemist, but the Crazed Alchemist swaps them. This makes them equal, which is even better. And for 1 mana, that's not bad. And wait, I'm pretty sure that's a buff. Yeah, I think this used to cost 3 mana. I'm open to correction, but I think that's actually a buff. Alrighty, and the priest decks kind of needed a buff. It was amongst the weakest hero class to play. Yeah, we just got the 1 rare. Commanding Shout we saw before, the Mad Bomb, the Mana Worm, the Unbound, the Elemental, and the Demon Fire. Okay, moving on. We've got common, rare, common. Okay, so we've got the Ancient Watcher. This is a very weird card. It's cheap to play for a 4/5, except it can't attack. Now what do? Well, you can silence it. Then it can attack. Bit of a waste of a silence though, so maybe not. The other thing you can do is, if you have this in a Warlock deck and you have the Void Terror, now Void Terror will suddenly have a 4 and increase of 4 attack and 5 health. That's pretty nice. There are other situations where that is useful. I mean, you can use it in your the cards that turn your minions into taunts, which is kind of useful. So then it becomes a taunt. You can't attack with it, but it's a taunt for 4/5. That's not bad. So it does have some usefulness. Offhand, it sounds weird, but it can be damn useful. 4/5 for 2, not bad. The Defiance Ring needed the Acolyte of Pain. We've seen these before, the Rampage and the Thought Seal. Alrighty, I like that I'm getting a bunch of cards I've not had before. Another bog standard pack, the Shield Bearer. We've said before, it's a very good taunt for 1 mana. Temple Enforcer, again, you can use, this is the mechanic I was talking about with the Priest. You buff a creature's health up astronomically, then you use the abilities to equalize the attack and health or swap them. Sense Demons, again, like we said before, this is, if you know for sure you're a Warlock and you've got demons in your pack, if you get this in Arena, you're probably not going to take it, because you can't be guaranteed you're going to get demons to add to your Arena deck. Ancestral Spirit and Redemption, seen them before. Let me have some coffee here. Oh. Oh. Oh, we got some epics and a rare. Explosive Shot, a golden. Oh, 2 goldens. Oh, come back. Oh, another golden. My word. Okay, this one just hasn't been animated as far as I can see. No, it hasn't. Not yet. But the Ice Block, that is a pretty nice animation. Wow, that is impressive. That's a nice animation, that. And so is the Explosive Shot. And we've seen these, all 3 of these before, but now I've got the golden versions. Wow, they really are pushing the golden cards out a lot now in the decks. The Stranglethorn Tiger as stealth is always nice, and it's a 5/5 for 5 with stealth. That's a pretty damn nice card, actually. And the Brawl we saw last video. Come here. Okay. Ah, yes, we've got a legendary. And an epic. Wow, this is a good pack. Okay, the Flame Imp, we saw that before. It deals 2 damage to your hero, but you get a 3/2 out on your first turn. You could do a lot worse than that. The Mirror Entity, we saw the Silvermoon Guardian, and now let's check out Epic. The Blood Knight. And... might be wrong, but I think that's a buff. Wow, more balance changes. I think this used to be at +2/+2, not a +3/+3. Now that is pretty powerful, because especially in a Paladin deck, that is very, very useful, because if you play that with oh my goodness, the Hand of Protection, which puts a Divine Shield onto a minion, you play a minion like the Silvermoon Guardian that has a Divine Shield. You play, there's other minions you can play that put Divine Shields onto other minions, and then you pop this one out. Wow. If you have just 2 minions with Divine Shields, this becomes a 6/6. Wow. Okay, that is a pretty potent one. Now for the legendary. What is it? Legendary. Another Baron Geddon. Okay. So I'll be getting a whole bunch of dust now, because you can only have 1 legendary. Okay. Well, at least I got some dust. Okay, we've seen all of these before. Another rare, and okay, so we've got 2 rares in this pack. And yeah, you've seen all of these before. The Secret Keeper, pretty handy if you're playing a secret heavy deck, can get buffed quite nicely. Cloud of Pain, the Holy Wrath, and the Silvermoon Guardian again. Okay, let's take a look here. Just a bog standard pack. Loot Water Flame Imp, we just saw. The Ancient Watcher, and I've got 2 of those. Dark Iron Dwarf, this is not a bad card. It's a 4/4/4, which makes it mediocre, but with the Battle Cry, you give another minion +2 attack. So it allows you to buff stuff. Buffers are always nice. The Arathi Weaponsmith we saw in the previous video as well. Let's see. Oh, it's an epic. Yeah, an epic. And it's a rare. Okay, let's open them all. Sword of Justice. Ah, yes, nice card. That's a very nice weapon. Buff everything, just never use the actual weapon, because then, it's pointless, it only does 1 damage. So you just equip that and you give everything you ever summon a +1/+1 buff. Not bad. I like that weapon. The Void Terror, I've got now 3 of these, so that, well, yeah, I'll now have 3. Very scary, very scary, very scary. Good for Warlocks. Yeah, the odd card, and yeah, next pack. No, damn. So we've got 2 rares out of that. The Light Warden, Grateful Priests, the Flare, the Eye for an Eye, which I don't like, the Abusive Sergeant, and the Mana Worm. Okay. At least we got 2 rares. And there's a golden rare, Shadow Madness. Now I don't like this card because it's kind of tricky. And for 4 cost to get something with 3 attack. Yeah, but the animation's nice, at least. The rest of these we've seen already, so I'm not going to even talk about them. Okay, let's see now. Oh my goodness, just 2 rares. The Wild Pyromancer, another crazy card. Yeah, it basically does 2 damage. Well, unless you hit it with some, hit something with it. Because every time you cast a spell, it deals 1 damage to all minions, including itself. So you cast a spell, it's now down to 1. You cast a spell, it's dead. Yeah, it's an interesting card, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe a priest would find this more useful because you can just keep healing it up. But otherwise, the Ethereal Arcanist. Now, this is a very nice card in a secret heavy deck. I've used this before, and if I've played a hunter deck where I put 3 secrets on in a turn, and my opponent didn't proc any of the secrets. Then I had 3 secrets, and I dropped this guy, and he became a 9/9. Yeah, that was it, a 9/9. This is a mage, my mage secret deck. Wow. Okay, so yeah, my mage secret deck popped a bunch of secrets. This thing became a 9/9. The opponent procced only 1 of the secrets, therefore it then became a 13/13. So it started causing some serious damage very quickly. Very good card. It's really is a must-have if you're going for a secret deck. The Power Overwhelming is a must-have Warlock card. You have to have this in your deck because it can do some monstrous damage. It kills your minion at the end of the turn, but if it's going to die anyway, you might as well just use this card and do some serious damage somewhere. The other 2 we've already seen. And for another pack. Okay, let's see, what have we got? Just a standard pack. So the Flare, the Ironbeak Owl, the awesome card. The Spiteful Smith, the Rampage, the Unleash the Hounds, and Flare. We've seen them all. An epic. Another epic. Wow, okay, so we're getting some epics. And a golden. Wow, lots of goldens. That's a very nice animation. I kind of like the subtle animations the most. Like this one. Very nice. The Pyroblast. Yes, finally I got a Pyroblast. I never ever got a Pyroblast in before the wipe. 10 damage for 8 with no possibility of getting damage back from it. Nice. Very nice 10 damage. Nice quick way to finish off. And you can imagine if you have spell power out on the battlefield. 1 spell power, it deals 11. 2 spell power, 12. Well, it's not spell power anymore, it's spell damage. I must get that right. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. And the Wisp, yeah. So that's a very, very nice card to have. Just another standard pack. Another standard pack. And we've seen all of these before. So I'm just going to move on. Alright, let's see what we have. Ah, the Golden Fairy Dragon. Cute. Oh, and it's Wing Shimmer. How cute. Okay. Otherwise, we've seen all these before except the Ancient Mage. That's a new one. This is nice if you do want to go for spell power decks because of the fact that it gives adjacent minions spell damage +1. So you can get 2 spell damage basically out of this. And it's a 2/5, so it's got some longevity with that life. With that health, I mean. But you can imagine you put this between, say, 2 Taunters. Now your Taunters give spell power, and then you can do some serious damage. And just a regular pack. Come on, Blizzard. You love us, don't you? This is a nice card. The Wind Fury is always nice. We've seen all these others before. Moving on. Just another standard pack. Oh, but I've got a golden. I like goldens. They're pretty. They're pretty cards. Naturalize. Otherwise, the Knife Juggler is one we haven't seen before. And that's actually quite an interesting, fun little card. It has a bit of RNG where it deals 1 damage to a random enemy, but, you know, if you get it out on 2, I mean, it's a 3/2 for 2 mana, which on its own is actually pretty nice. Then, every time you summon a minion, it deals 1 damage. So if you're going for a swarm deck with lots of low-cost cards, this damage from this can add up quite extremely. Especially in early game where a lot of minions are very low health, you know, 1, 2, and 3 health. Dealing 1 damage to them is actually quite a big deal. So, this is actually quite a nice card. The others we've seen before, so moving on. Okay. So we've got epics and rares. Abomination, now I've got 3 of those. The Light Warden, again, not bad. Shield Slam, and we've seen all these before. Let us open more packs. Give us legendaries. This Frothing Berserker. Like we said before, it's awesome for the warrior. Crap card, good card, decent card, very nice card. We haven't seen the Molten Giant yet. This one is a great card for near the end of the game when you're kind of down and out a little, because as you can see, it costs 1 less for each damage your hero has taken. So if you're down to 10 health, it's free, which is damn nice. Then perhaps you drop a card that converts them into taunters, and you're safe for quite a while. 8/8 is difficult to remove unless, you know, your opponent has a Hex or a Polymorph or one of those. But this is a pretty damn nice card to have. Let's see. Just a bog standard collection. Ancestral Spirit, Tauren Warrior, Spellbreaker, Defias Ring, and Blood Imp. Spellbreaker is fantastic for its silence. And it's a 4/3, which, you know, on its own is not bad. Let's take a look. What have we got? We've got an epic, so that helps. The Pit Lord, I've got another one of these now. This was buffed. It used to do 7 damage to your hero, now it does 5. All the others, the Inner Fire and all that we've seen before. Alright. It's an epic. So, Argent Squire, Sense Demons, Preparation, Inner Rage, and Azure Drake. We've all seen that before. Next. Come here, you. Okay. And it's just another regular, except for the golden. Oh, Ice Barrier, wow. That's a very interesting animation. It's quite nice. Okay. Otherwise, we've seen all these before, except the counter spell, which is actually quite a nice secret, especially if you're playing against another spell-heavy class, like the Shamans or the Warlocks, even Rogues, because it just completely counters the spell. Now, obviously, people get to learn what the secrets are, so if, you know, your opponent's going to use a spell, they usually pick their weakest spell, so it's not a foolproof way of, you know, making sure stuff doesn't happen. They're not going to use their Hellfires or their, you know, Thunderstorms or whichever, you know, big board clears. They'll pop something small out. But it's still a good secret to have anyway, especially if you are playing, like I said, the secret deck with the Secret Keeper and all the other types of cards like that. So, oh, come on. Let's have a look-see. Deadly Shot, Organized Soul Priest, Ice Barrier, Flame Imp, and Nepanome. We've seen all those before. Let's see, come on, give it to us. Eviscerate, Dread Corsair, another Eviscerate, wow, okay, and another Knife Juggler, and the Shadow Step. This is a nice rogue deck, we've seen all those before. Okay, moving on, come on, damn you. The Lightning Bolt, the Head Crack, which has been nerfed to 3, the Sense Demons, the Argent Squire, and the Blessing of Wisdom, all seen before. Let's take a look. Ah, yes! Finally, another legendary! Yes, I love it! Argent Commander, Mugushan Water, Thromafast, Abusive Sergeant. Let's see what this one is. That is a pretty damn nice card. Holy moly, Cenarius. I love this card. It is amazing. Give your other minions +2/+2 or summon 2/2/2 tree ants with taunt. So in classic druid style you get to pick its effect, and to give all your other minions a +2/+2, that is mind-blowing. Okay. Of course, you can just go with the 2/2 tree ants with taunt if you need defense, but wow, that is a very nice legendary card. It costs 9 mana, that's expensive, but you get something out that can do 5 damage, has 8 health, and can give all your other minions 2/2. Very nice. And to put that in perspective, that's not a battle cry. That's not giving them. That's not giving them 2/2 when he drops. If you put another minion after him, that's getting a 2/2. Another minion after him, that's getting a 2/2. Everything's getting a 2/2 as long as he's on the battlefield. So that's pretty nice. Wow, that's a very nice one. I do like this Cenarius. Happy. I might actually try and build a druid deck now and include him somehow. Very nice. Get a pint-sized summoner to reduce his cost. Wow, okay. I'm trying to think of the synergies of that one now. Very happy with that legendary. Oh my word. And then we go straight back to a bog standard pack. Okay. Oh, the light one at least. Well, I've already got 2 of those. Otherwise, we've seen all of these before. So, moving on. And what else have we got? We've got 2 rares. The Stormforged Axe, the Cone of Cold, the Silence, the Defender of Argus, and the Frothing Berserker. So yeah, the Defender of Argus is that type of card I was talking about where you could turn stuff into taunts, basically. So, and it gives them a +1/+1, which is kind of handy. And we got 2 rares at least, so that's okay, I guess. An Abomination, they're nice. Raging Worgen is a good card. Blade Flurry is a great board clear. It's like one of the very few that Rogue has that can, deal damage to lots of stuff at the same time. The other one is the Fan of Knives, obviously, but that only deals 1 damage, which isn't monstrous. Yeah, so this is actually quite a nice card to have, and that animation is quite cool, actually. Yeah. But if you can buff your weapon up extremely, then you can do a crap ton of damage if you want. Yeah, we got 2 rares and an epic. The Brawl, the Master Spell, very nice card. If you have a priest deck, you probably want to consider including that no matter what. It's just that good. For the Paladin deck, this is actually not a bad card, where you can reduce an enemy minion's attack to 1, which will make it easy to pick off. But, so if you've got something like the Corehound, for example, which has got quite a lot of damage potential, you just reduce it to 1. Yeah, and the Lightning Bolt and Mugushan Water we've seen before. Okie dokie, bog standard pack again. Argent Protector, great for that Blood Knight type play. Deadly Shot, Defiance Ringleader, Youthful Brewmaster, Eaglehorn Bow, we've seen all of these before. And another. Okay, we've got 2 rares. It's not a bog standard pack, but close. Master of Disguise, very nice. Give a friendly minion stealth. So the one legendary that the Miracle Rogue deck kind of not counted on, but used and was very effective with is the Edwin Van Cleef. But now, since this patch, they've nerfed him by removing his stealth. So you could combine the two and give him his stealth back with this card, which isn't bad. And it's a 4/4/4 on its own. That's mediocre, but you give a friendly minion stealth, which is useful. The others, the Bloodsail Corsair, we've seen before. All these others we've seen before. So, alrighty, let's see now. It's just a regular old pack, one rare. We have a Dark Iron Dwarf, the Conceal, the Shadow Step, the Scarlet Crusader, and the Mind Control tech. We've seen all these before. Okay, let's go. Golden Rare, nice. Divine Favor. Ooh, sparkly eyes. Okay, we've seen all these before except for the Lava Burst. Now this is a great single target damage ability. You know, you want to clear off a Taunter that's got a fair amount of health. This is a good card. Watch out for the Overload though, because that can really mess you around in your next turn. Okay. Oh, an epic, a rare, and yeah, that's it. The Blood Knight again, very nice card. The Bite, Flesh-Eating Ghoul, Mark of Nature, Mana Worm, we've seen all those before. Right, next one. Let's see now, come on, give us some good stuff. We've seen all of these before. Next. I'm going to have quite a bit of dust now at least. I can craft some things that I want. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, none of these are new. We've seen all of these before. Two rares. So, the Knife Juggler, the Raging Worgen, the Power of the Wild, the Youthful, and the Commanding Shout. All seen already. Moving on. Perdition's Blade Sense, Demons, Naturalize, Scavenging Hyena, and Eviscerate. Give us the epics and legendaries. The Bloodsail Corsair, the Cold Master, the Forked Lightning, Blessing of Wisdom, and the Mark of Nature. We've seen all those before. So, let's take a look. We've seen all these before. Let me grab myself a sip of coffee. Yeah, we've seen all these before already. Okay, what do we got? Nothing special. The Blessed Champion, the double the minion's attack, very nice. Or the Forest Fire Spring, yeah, we've seen these before. Next one. We've got an epic, at least two epics, nice, and a rare. Okay. Oh, a golden epic, oh, a golden Pyroblast, nice, that is pretty as hell. We've seen all these before though. If you haven't seen the Worgen Infiltrator, that's very nice. Very good in a rogue deck as well, and for 1 mana it's a 2/1, which sounds like crap because it can just get picked right off, but it's a stealth, so it can't, which is nice. You know, you get something that can do 2 damage whenever you want it to, and the enemy can do bugger all about it. Not bad. The Pyroblast, that is so good looking, wow. And the Heatwave, gotta hand it to whoever Blizzard is doing these animations for the golden cards, they're pretty nice. Just a regular pack with 1 rare. The Twilight Drake, I swear to God this has been nerfed. Because it used to be gain +1/+1. I'm pretty sure of that. That's why? I don't know. Haven't effed the hell of that one. But anyway, we've seen all these before except the Earthen Ring Farseer. And yeah, it's just a 3/3 for 3 that heals for 3. So it's the 3s. It's okay. I'm not a big fan of the healing cards. I don't know. I think there's better ways of getting damage instead of relying on heals. I have played against some decks that are packed to the gills with heals, and they get annoying to play against because every time you think, oh, I've got it, oh, never mind, he's healed now. You know, they get annoying, but I don't know. It's a tricky one. If you're building a deck that's focused on healing, maybe in a priest one this can actually be quite useful. If you know, synergize it with all the other effects that benefit off of heals, that could be quite nice. Otherwise, the rest of these we've seen. Just a regular pack with the one. More goldens. I do like this. No animation on this one quite yet. The thing to bear in mind though is I'm not just opening packs for fun. These are going to be my cards from now on until I, ever stop playing the game. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see when this changes to have its animation. I can just imagine there's wind flowing behind him and stuff in the background moving, and it could be quite interesting little animation there. The Sunwalker, annoying. This is a very annoying taunt. This is one of the better taunts in the game, not the best, but one of the most annoying as well because of that damn Divine Shield. If you're playing against him, if you're a mage and you get this dropped against you, it's not too bad, because you can use your hero ability to just knock the Divine Shield off, and then it's just a regular old taunt, a regular old 4/5 taunt. It is quite expensive though. For 6 mana you get a 4/5, but you do get the benefit of it being a taunt and Divine Shield, which is really what it's all about. It's a very nice taunt if you've got it. Very annoying to play against. Okie dokie, come on. Just commons and a rare. Okay, Direwolf Alpha Lightning Bolt, Cold Light Seer. Now, this one is very nice in the Murloc deck. Obviously, all the Murlocs synergize very, very well, but you can see why this is good. It is a battle cry, so you need to try and make sure that you've got as many Murlocs out as you can before you drop it. But to give your Murlocs generally are quite low health to begin with, so to give them all +2 health is a very, very good idea. Just means they can last that little bit longer until you can get that critical mass of Murlocs to do some serious damage. So yeah, this is obviously a must-have in a Murloc deck. Yes, let's see, 2 rares at least. Oh yes, a legendary! Wow, 3 rares and a legendary. That is pretty insane. The Ancient Mage, very nice if you want more spell damage. The Auctioneer, the Soul Priest, and the Temple Enforcer. But what have I got in the legendary? Ta-da! Gruul again. Now I've got 2 Gruuls. Oh joy. Or dust. Damn, why can't I get some more variation on my... Oh well, guess you can't have everything go your way. We still have 20 more packs to go, so who knows what can happen. And just regular old things. The Loot Order, the Ancient Brewmaster, Drew the Claw Slam, Angry Chicken, the silly card, the joke card. Blizzard decided to have some fun. They're not allowed to have fun, are they? Yeah. Okay, we've seen all these before as well. Blade Flurry, Leopard Gnome, Shadow Step, Cone of Cold, and Direwolf Alpha. Right. 18 left. And it's just a standard pack. The Arcane Golem. I actually have not seen this. Not had it before. A 4/2 at 3 mana, and it's a charge, so that's very nice, except you give your opponent a mana crystal. That's not so nice. That's a tricky one, because if you play that at 3, you're then putting your opponent ahead of you in mana until you both reach 10. But if you play it at 10 so that he doesn't get the mana crystal benefit, then it's almost useless because it's only 2 health. It'll be picked off really easy. So you really only can use this at, low, when both of you are low mana. I don't know if that's worth giving your opponent that advantage of more mana crystals though. It's a very interesting, funny little card to play. Interesting. Okay. The Ice Lance, the Demon Fire, the Light Spawn. Yes. I just realized. You saw this before, but I've just realized that this has been buffed. This used to be a 0/4 for 4, so the mini's attack is always equal to its health. So when you drop this onto the board before the patch, you'd have a 4/4 for 4. Now you have a 5/5 for 4. So they are buffing things in the priest realm just a touch, and then obviously you can do things like add 3 health onto it. Now becomes an 8/8. The priest deck has a number of cards that can just increase a minion's health above its base stats, which is quite nice. So this can get powerful. And I've had this played against me even when it wasn't this good. Necklight of Pain we also saw before. Nice, we got an epic. Okay. The Bane of Doom. Deal 2 damage to a character. If that kills it, summon a random demon. So this is a little bit of card draw. And does 2 damage. So, yeah. If you know you've got a demon in your deck, then you want to make sure that you kill it after the 2 damage. Otherwise, it's just straight up 2 damage. Quite expensive for just doing 2 damage, though. So, not ideal, to be honest. And all the rest we've seen before. Yeah, and what have we got? Oh, we've got an epic at least. So let's just open them all up. The Lava Burst, Cabal Shadow Priest. And that's very nice, except I don't necessarily like those restrictions of 2 or less attack, because it's 6 mana and it's a 4/5, which makes it crap. But then you take control of a mini with 2 or less attack. So let's assume you take one with 2 attacks, so you've basically got a 6/5 for 6. Yeah, I don't know, and it's random. Oh no, it's a battle cry, so you get to pick. Okay, you get to pick. That'd be interesting. I need to try out the priest deck a bit more with these cards I'm getting. See if they're actually any good. Put all the mind controls and shadow stuff in. Make a sort of shadow mind control deck. That might be quite interesting. I might try that. Let's see now. Okay, so we just got an epic and a rare. The Bestial Wrath, awesome card for Hunter, absolute must have. Because if your beast is going to die and you have something big to kill, give it 2 attack and it can't die. And it kills stuff. So that's quite nice. The Emperor Cobra is one we haven't seen before, but this is basically a death touch. So, you know, you kill something really monstrous with this and it dies no matter what. Always useful. A bit of a, it's kind of like a, I don't know, a minion as a spell almost effect. Okay. Just a regular old pack. Blizzard is not loving us with the legendary handouts, but hey, we've seen all of these before, so moving on. Okay. Okay. Just commons and array. Okay. Pint-sized summoner. Yes, I want one of those. A very useful card if you have some rather big ones you want to play. So the first minion you play each turn costs 1 less. Not bad. And yeah. For a second I thought that might have been nerfed. I think it used to be 2 less. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway. Seeing a lot of balance changes on these cards actually. Which is quite nice to see. I mean, it just shows that they're active in fixing things. Seen all of these before, so I'm not going to discuss them. Moving on, let's get some cards. Let's get some cards. The Peacekeeper, the Blood Imp, the Battle Rage, the Silverman Guardian, and the Shield Bearer Taunt. Now, what have we got? Just 2 rares. The Betrayal, Secret Keeper, all these things we've seen before. 10 cards, 10 packs left. 2 rares at least. 2 golden rares. Wow, okay. That's nice RNG there. Secret Keeper we've seen before, and I like that animation. That is one sexy Secret Keeper. Interesting. Anyway, the Azir Drake we've also seen before. The Fork Lightning, the Ironbeak Owl, and Repentance. And oh yes, another legendary finally. Okay, so we got another golden, the Elder Peacekeeper, which has got some minimal animation up there. Yeah, the Fang Creeper, very nice taunt that actually, and the Blessed Champion. So what have we got as the rare?
Golden legendary.
Yes, that is amazing. The golden legendary. Wow. The animation is pretty damn sweet. And Onyxia, that is a really awesome legendary. Very expensive as well. But wow, that is pretty nice. Summon a 1/1 Whelp until your side of the battlefield is full. Wow. Damn. That's so hard to fight against. Wow. Jeez. If you've got an empty battlefield and your opponent has filled their side... Ooh, pardon me, their side up. Drop your Onyxia on 9 and bang, you've got 7 minions, including an 8/8. Wow. That is pretty awesome. So hang on, just think about that. You've got 6 1/1s and an 8/8. So essentially you've got a 14/14 if you add all that up for 9. Wow. Pretty nice stuff. Pretty nice stuff. That is amazing. Okie dokie. I'm so glad we're getting legendaries. We can hope for more, perhaps. I'll never forget watching Day 9 open cards the one time. My goodness, the first 40 packs he opened and he got 3 legendaries in 4 packs. Kind of depressing. Anyway, we've seen all these before already, so I'm going to move on. We only have 7 left. And I'm really contemplating spending some more of that gold on more packs. And, yeah. Come on. The Blood Knight, the Shadowstep Young Priestess, Abusive Sergeant, Raging Organ. We've seen them all before. Okay, let's see now. Okay. Golden. Soul of the Forest. Not bad, looks quite nice. And we've seen all these before as well now. Okay. Now, goody. Not many more packs left, and we kind of got to seen all of these before as well. Ethereal Arcanist is pretty awesome for a secret-based mage deck. Okay. Just an epic and some commons. And the Explosive Trap, unlike those, the Bestial Wrath. Otherwise we've seen everything here before. The Jungle Panther we haven't, but it's a pretty simple card. It's a 4/2 for 3, which on its own is pretty sweet, but the Stealth makes it an absolute killer card. If you're a hunter, you need to include this. It's awesome. No, and yeah, I got two rares. The Void Terror, we've seen the Lightning Storm, the Rampage, the Dread Corsair Power, we've seen all these before. 2 more left, people. Let's see what we get now. Let's throw a last legendary my way. Come on, you know you wanna. You know you wanna. Ah, damn you. Gladiator's Longbow, that's a very, very nice weapon. And all because of that. Your hero is immune while attacking. Normally the problem with weapons is that if you attack a minion with it, you take damage from that minion. But this obviously completely mitigates that, which makes this amazing way to clear off minions. It's only 2 durabilities, it doesn't last very long, but it's still a very, very nice weapon to have. Help clear off a bunch of, well not a bunch, but help clear off 2 reasonably large-ish minions, which is quite nice. The rest of these we have seen. And it's our last pack now. Let's see what we get. Throw us a bone. Yes, it's just a regular. Oh well. The Sun Fury Protector, the Eye for an Eye, and we've seen all these before. So there's going to be a bunch of dust to collect here. And if I go to crafting mode, I can disenchant cards, and as I said, there's a crap ton of dust. As I said in the previous video, it's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Disappointing? Or, yeah, I mean, disenchant, you expect things to be a bit more happening, but that's it, done. Wait, did it do it? Yes it did. Okay. Thanks. So, yeah, I can go to crafting mode now and obviously use all this dust. So I've got quite a bit of dust here now. I'm not going to do that quite yet. I'm probably going to look at building some constructor decks and looking through the cards I don't have to see what I might be able to accumulate. Oh, I love this one. Love that card. No, I'm not going to do that. Wow, okay. So, yeah. I might actually build a Druid deck now that I've got this scenarios here. Damn, that's a nice card. Anyway, moving on. Now, the next set of videos that I'm going to be making is probably going to be along the lines of a deeper look through the specific hero decks. Now that there's a bunch of cards being opened and so on, it's easy enough to, you know, sort of go through those and analyze them a bit and see what they're good for, what they, you know, their strengths and weaknesses and so on. So that's the next plan. And as you can see, my eyes are burning. Oh god, the allergies and stuff. But yes, thanks guys for joining me for the card pack openings. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Opening 160 packs of cards. Wow. And I might yet grab more cards, but I won't. I might not subject you guys to more. Yeah. And thanks so much, guys, and keep an eye out for the videos coming up. If you like the content I'm producing, by the way, feel free to subscribe. I've got the button up there. Google keeps moving that damn button in YouTube. I don't know where it is. And you can also subscribe to me on Google Plus, or follow me on Twitter. The link should be down below there somewhere. And comment and so on if you have stuff you want to say. If not, that's fine too. Thanks so much, guys. See you next time.